All right, so let's look at the basic triangle choke from the vice grip. So the basic attack from vice grip to start with, it's kind of like the jab of the position, is the triangle choke threat. So the big way to go for the triangle choke is I want to off balance him overhead in some way, and I'm going to make him catch his balance by posting this hand on the floor. The primary way I'll go for the off balance is I'll use my left foot kind of behind his butt, almost like a roundhouse kick. My left hand, I'm going to hold this lapel, and I'm going to kind of kick up with my left shin, and I use my right shin kind of in the armpit to kick up. I want my right shin kind of angled inward generally. I don't want to have it out really wide, so it's always kind of angled inward, and I kind of kick up like this, kicking with this and kicking with the right leg up, both at the same time. When I do this, I pull on the collar, and that's usually going to make the guy post the hand on the floor. Now, when I first developed the position, I would usually shoot the triangle right from here. The difficulty with the classic way of just shooting my hip up is I almost get the triangle, but there's often this like kind of gap here between his chest and my hips, like this. And the problem is when you shoot here, he'll usually pummel his arm back through, and then now we have to deal with like a double underhook or just at minimum him stopping the position. So what we want to do instead is once I get that hand post, I'm going to really quick, I want to time this well, I release the sleeve, and I'm going to swipe the elbow, right? When I swipe the elbow here, it's, especially if you time it right as he posts, it's going to kind of knock him into you a little bit, and it gives you also the armbar threat. So it'll kind of look like this. So I jump my hip up and swipe the elbow. Now I've bridged that gap between my hip and his chest. From here, I could try to finish with the armbar if I wanted, but it's very easy to now pull this across, adjust, and go to our classic triangle finish, right? So try it again. So over here, we're in the position, however we got here, right? And now I use this left foot behind the butt, and I kind of use my shin up, and I pull him forward. I pull my knees in, right? Like this, and I try off balance here. Right when he posts, I'm gonna go to swipe, so I'll do it in more real time as he goes. Like right there, okay? When you catch this, now it's really done. He cannot repummel. I got the arm controlled. Also try to elevate your hip a little bit like that when you shoot, right? This will make it a little bit easier to get in tight. Now I release the lapel, I can hook his arm, come up here, you can even finish this arm bar a lot, or I push this across, now I grab my shin and I adjust. With the bumping mechanic, there's a few different ways to do it. Sometimes here I use the foot behind the butt, sometimes I'll tap the floor and use my shin behind his armpit like this. You have to feel what works good for you. Sometimes maybe the De La Hiva hook can be good as well. If you feel like you can get a good one, I can push out and pull him in almost like an overhead sweep, right? So it's like I'm trying an overhead sweep and I get him to post, swipe the elbow, jump up, arm bar, go here, adjust and go for the triangle.